In this video, I'm going to show you how you can connect a custom domain to your Firebase website that you've deployed. So here I have an example website deployed. I'm going to show you how you can connect your custom domain to it. And if you follow this step by step, I can guarantee you will have everything working and up and running in a few minutes here. So what we need to do once we are on Firebase, we need to go to our project. Mine is called tutorial, and I've already deployed my website to Firebase. Now, once I'm in the back end here, we can go to build, we can go hosting. It will then show us the domains that we're currently using, which will be the default domains. If I click on it, as you can see, it opens up this website that I created. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to click add custom domain, and we can enter in our domain here. So I'm just going to enter in the root domain without www. And then we'll connect www a bit later. So what we need to do is find the domain. I've registered mine on Hostinger, but you may have used any domain registration company. I'm going to go to the back end. I'm going to go domains, domain portfolio, and we'll connect this domain here, knowledgebasevideo.com. So I'm going to copy it. You can do this on any domain registration company. It doesn't matter. Once you've got it copied, go ahead and paste it into the domain box. Then click continue. Don't check this, just click continue. So now we've done that, you'll see that it has been added. What we need to do now is add and remove a few records, and we'll be all up and running. So don't stress and follow along. So the first record we need to add is going to be an A record, and the value and the IP address is going to be this value here. So we'll copy this and just remember A record. So go into the back end of your domain. On Hostinger, I go to domain portfolio, and then I can click manage on my domain. Then I can go to DNS/name servers. This is the important bit. You need to go to the DNS area where you can edit, manage, and add DNS records. So in Hostinger, it looks something like this, but you can do this on any domain registration company. Now, if we remember here, we're adding an A record, and this is the value. So again, copy the value. Then we need to go type, and we need to add an A record. We're pointing the A record to your base domain. So you can leave this on @ for the name, and then where it points to, or the value, you need to paste in this IP address, again, which we've got from Firebase. Now we can go ahead and click add record. Now in my case, it's saying it's going to conflict with an existing A record, which happens to be the A record that Firebase actually wants us to remove. So here you can see, if I go a bit slower, remove the record from your DNS provider to verify that you own your domain. And the record that they want us to remove is value 8432. And as you can see, this is the record that it will conflict with. So because it's going to conflict, I'm just going to remove this record right now. Now you may or may not get this message, but if you do, just follow along. And here's the record it wants us to remove. Again, following the instructions, remove the record, 8432, A record, 8432, A record. We'll delete this. Now, when we go and add our A record from here, we should have no issues. So we'll click add record, and now it's updated. Now we'll go back and we'll add the second record, which is going to be a TXT record. So remember that, and then copy this value. So we'll go type TXT record, and we'll paste in this value. Again, we can leave the name on @, and then we can click add record. So now we've added that record, and we've removed this A record, which was conflicting. We can now click on verify. Now you may or may not get an error here. As you can see, it's not seeing that we removed this 8432 record, but you do have to wait maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes for this to update, and then it should be good to go. When connecting domains, you are going to have to wait a little bit for them to propagate, but in my experience, it only takes about 20 minutes. We're not finished yet, but just hang tight. And as you can see, now we're on to the next step. So it did work. We just need to now wait for the records to verify and propagate. Now this can take up to 24 hours, but in my case, it takes about 20 minutes. So I'll be back once everything has propagated. So it's been about 20 minutes. And as you can see now, the domain was set up. So we can click finish here. And as you can see, we are minting the certificate. So This is going to tell you to wait up to 24 hours, but you can refresh this. It should be done in about 10 minutes. So as you can see now, I just refreshed and it's connecting. Now you want to click on your URL and make sure it is working. So it is. But what you'll notice is if you type in www.yourdomain.com, it will give you a privacy error. This is because we now need to go ahead and do the exact same thing, but for www.yourdomain.com. So click add custom domain and then type in www.yourdomain.com. So I'm going to paste in my domain here and we can go ahead and click continue. This second part is a bit easier. Now, what we need to do is add one CNAME record. It's going to tell you to remove a CNAME record. So now, again, the next step, we add a CNAME record. We copy this value. And for the domain, we want it to go to the actual main domain name. So we go back into the backend. We change the DNS record to CNAME. And then for the name here, instead of @ you want to type www. And then for the target, paste in the value here, which was given to you. Now mine is saying that it's conflicting. So I'm going to delete any conflicting record. So as you can see, I've already got this CNAME record, which it is telling me to delete. So I'm going to follow the instructions and delete this existing record. And now it should not be conflicting. Now we can click add record and that's been added. Now we need to just do the same thing, click verify and wait for it to recognize that we've added this CNAME record. So now we've got rid of that error. Now we're on to the second one, which is basically saying it's going to just wait for it to propagate. So again, wait, and this should be good in about 20 minutes. Okay, so this time it took about 10 minutes, but we can now click finish. Now, again, it's going to say mint in certificate. You might have to wait another 10 minutes for that. So that took 5 minutes, but now we are all connected. I know it is a bit of a waiting game, but don't panic. So now let's check. Our root domain goes to the website. And www.our domain goes to the website. That's all you do. Thank you for watching. Comment if you've got any problems.